The monster itself, the Indominus Rex, has arrived to our Cretaceous Desert Park as the main attraction of the entire facility. Today we'll build a high security enclosure for it, and it is actually the last building episode of the entire series. Hello guys, this is Caesar Creates, and welcome back to my channel. I know that it has been a while, but we are finally back with the last building episode of the Desert Cretaceous Park. Such a bittersweet moment. I loved building this park, but it is finally time to finish it. Today we are adding last enclosure to the park, and after this we'll of course have a final tour and I will release the park to the Nexus so you guys can enjoy it yourself. Today I wanted to make something special. I teased it for such a long time that I have something special planned for the last episode of this series, something very highly requested, and today we are adding a first hybrid ever on my channel. I have never built for any hybrid that is available in Jurassic World Evolution 2. Today we are building for the Indominus Rex. When I was building my first park ever on YouTube, the Tropical Park, I had so many requests about the hybrid, about the Indominus Rex and the Indoraptor. I didn't feel like adding them to that park, but I had this in mind the entire time when I was starting this park, and I was saying to myself, okay, this is the time to add a hybrid finally and to make a huge attraction out of it. So I knew that it will be here in this park from the very beginning, from the episode number 1, but I was saving it for the last episode to finish this entire series with the bang. So I hope you guys are excited. I hope you will like it. Today we'll build a high security enclosure with a lot of different things to ensure that this dangerous creature won't be able to escape, just as it did in the movie The Jurassic World. We don't want to repeat that. We want our guests to be safe. That's why I decided to build a high security enclosure for this creature. What this basically means is that we'll have a double fencing here. We'll have both the concrete fence and this high security grade 5 fence that will prevent this animal from escaping. So if one fence fails, there's also the second one, so it's not so easy for it to just break out. We'll also have tons of security cameras, we'll have lights, we'll have and other security themed decorations, just as those flash bangs and heat detectors and just all other things available in the decorations in the game right now. But of course we will also make sure that the Indominus is visible to our guests despite all of those crazy security measures, and to do so I decided to add those viewing posts for the guests from the Dominion expansion. I think I really like the design of this platform, and I think that it looks really modern and it suits to this really highly modern, high security enclosure. So this is what our guests will use to simply observe the Indominus. Unfortunately, you cannot connect the path to it to make it look a bit more like realistic, but I added those entrances from in those walls from the anniversary update, so it sort of like hides the fact that we don't have a path in here, and it looks kind of believable in the end. I didn't want to use like traditional viewing galleries because I thought that the glass in those is like a potential thing that the Indominus could attack and just break. And also I used a lot of those different viewing towers throughout this park, and I wanted to use something special in here, so that's why I decided to go for those elevated platforms, and I think that it was a really nice idea. So as you guys can see right now, we will decorate the inside of this enclosure pretty much the same as we did with all the other enclosures in this park. It wouldn't be too different in inside it will be just a lot of desert rocks, some shrubs, some palm trees, a water section, and of course we'll add the meat feeder and the goat feeder for the Indominus. What I will do else is also do a backstage area for this entire enclosure with another things that could be used in case of a breakout. And also I'll do a little guest section here next to the enclosure. I believe that this could be like a biggest attraction of our park, so if the guests will go all the way in here, they will probably be thirsty, they will be hungry, so I also decided to add 2 small like shops in there and just decorate the area a bit around it, so it all looks nice. And this is basically the end of our park. This is the last like place that was empty in here, and we are feeling it right now, and it feels kind of crazy to finally be finishing this after so long. Well, this is the last episode, but I still have some more detailing to do, so for me it's not actually the end of building, because while I was building this park, for example, the benches and the bins were added, so I still want to add them here to this park before the final tour, so this is what I still need to do. But the final tour should be out not long from now, so I hope you guys are excited. I always love to record the tours here and in Planet Zoo, so I just cannot wait for that. The reason why I didn't add any hybrids before is that, as I told you guys in the videos covering the secret species pack, I am not a huge fan of the whole hybrid concept. They are super cool and they look amazing. The models of the hybrids are just exceptional, don't get me wrong, but I just don't like this whole idea of hybrids, and I don't like that they went for something like this in the movies and in the Camp Cretaceous. I thought that there's still so many amazing dinosaurs that actually lived on our planet that they could bring back to life and just showcase in those movies. They didn't have to go for crazy hybrids of those hype dinos just as the T-Rex and the Velociraptor. I know why they did this. Of course, it is super impressive. It is something like a showstopper and stuff. Definitely a fan favorite. A lot of people like it, but to me, what made for me the first saga of Jurassic Park so special is that I could actually imagine and see how those creatures looked when they were actually alive and roaming on our planet, and this is what I like to see. This is how what I love to see in those movies, to be able to imagine what it was to actually have them here, and how they would just simply behave and survive in our times. This is so interesting, and this is what I love to sort of see, not like crazy things. This is also why I didn't enjoy, for example, the robots in Camp Cretaceous, and also the fact of, I don't know, cloning humans and stuff. I would just love to see real dinos, and is it so much to ask for? So that's why I wasn't like too crazy about the idea of the hybrids, but I think that for this park, adding Indominus as a main attraction makes sense, and you guys also really wanted to see it, so I wanted to add it for you. That's why I decided to do it. There are some rumors that the support for Jurassic World Evolution 2 has ended with the last DLC. There were no Steam DB updates lately. I think that it might be true. I'm waiting for some like announcement from Frontier confirming that. If we'll get another DLC, of course I'll be so happy, but with the recent announcement that they are working on a game, new Jurassic World game, I think that they are slowly wrapping up the marketing and everything for this game, and they'll start focusing on the new one soon. This doesn't mean that the Jurassic World Evolution 2 is disappearing from my channel. I'll still be building and uploading videos, not from this park because we are finishing this series. Of course, my priority after this will be finishing the prehistoric SeaWorld, so you can expect new video dropping quite soon. And maybe after this I will start a new park. We'll see how long the Prehistoric SeaWorld will take me to finish with my very inconsistent schedule lately. Sorry for that, by the way. I promised you this episode so long ago, but there were so many things going on, like new DLCs for Jurassic World Evolution 2, for Planet Zoo. I had some trips planned. I was sick for a long time, so a lot of things happened and I didn't have a time to build in here. Also, the new collaboration, of course, the Unity Park was also happening. I built 2 episodes in there and I really like my additions, and the whole idea of the series is just amazing, and we are preparing ourselves for the final tour right now, so I really cannot wait for you guys to see the whole park because it is so incredible. Okay, and with that being said, this is all when it comes to the speedbuild part of the video, and I will meet you guys in a second to show you everything that we've built in today's episode. Okay, so let's check out the last habitat that we've built for this series, the high security habitat for the Indominus Rex. As you guys can see, we are in our carnivore section of the park. Those are some of the enclosures that we've built for the previous episodes. For example, the Spinosaurus. Here we have the Carcharodontosaurus, Utahraptors, the Concavenator. And in here, it is a new enclosure that we've built today. The high security enclosure for the Indoraptor. As you guys can see, we have those platforms in here. I love how they look in here. We have a little decorative area with a fountain with some skulls. We also have a guest section. This is the first time that I did the entrances like this, and I kind of love it. It looks so nice. I think that actually the Unity Park collaboration gave me this idea, so I just love it. In the back you can actually see the Indominus, but we'll go to him in a second because I also want to show you this part. Okay, so this is the hatchery from the Dominion expansion, and I think of it as something that the guests can actually visit, and maybe there's some display or exhibition about the hybrids, about how the Indominus was actually created, so they can see that. It will be also cool that if there will be some windows so they can actually see it, for example, when it's up close like this. Although I told you I didn't want to add viewing galleries because of that I'm afraid that the Indominus would simply break the glass or anything, but yeah, still the windows or anything like this would be cool. This is like a little decorative area for the guests. If they'll go in here, this is what they will see, and here is the entrance for the backstage for this whole enclosure, with a lot of different things. So we have typical backstage stuff. We have the security tower, we have, I don't know, this little bunker for, this is not a bunker, I am fully aware, but maybe if something will happen, our workers can hide in there. We have some cages, and we have, of course, this double fencing that I told you about, with all the cameras, with all the lights in here. In here we also have a additional, this security tower, so it can be observed at all the times. And in here we have a normal shelter or bunker for the workers to hide. And yeah, let's have a look at our Indominus. I went for those colors. It wasn't an accident. I especially chose this color just because the Indominus can actually camouflage in the game. So I think that this is the closest to the textures of the environment that it is living in. Yeah, if you guys could remember from the movies and from the game, this dino can camouflage, so it is a pretty good match, I would say. So yeah, maybe it's sometimes hard to see it in the enclosure, but this is what the camouflage is for. So yeah, I love this model so much. Even though it is a hybrid, it doesn't look that crazy. It kind of looks believable that some dino like this could actually exist. So the Indominus is probably my favorite hybrid from all of the available in the game. I love this animation. So cool. And yeah, the dino is really amazing. I wanted to add a lot of those fallen logs in here just so it looks like it the trees or the palm trees got knocked out by the Indominus. And of course, I added a lot of rocks to make it like look like a canyon or anything. So yeah, here are the viewing galleries, and I also wanted to show you the view because it is pretty amazing. You can actually go outside, and yeah, the view from here, like come on, you can see the whole entire enclosure only from this one viewing gallery. And I really like it, and our guy just looks majestic in here. So yeah, this is the new area that we created today. I didn't have much space for this. I think that it makes sense for those highly like security enclosures to not be too big, so they can be easier controlled. But this definitely is not the biggest enclosure in here. Like for example, comparing this to our Spinoraptor like lagoon or oasis, it just looks tiny. But I love the design. I love this, especially in here. I love the front, but the whole enclosure also came out, I think, better than I expected, given the space that I had in here. So yeah, the whole park is basically finished, as you guys can see. I will of course show you the whole park in the next episodes, but it looks like this. I sort of hate this mountain. I don't know if I told you this already, but it looks so weird that the whole park is basically done and we have this empty space in here. Maybe if it could have some rocks or maybe palm trees on it, it will look better, but it sort of looks like I forgot to fill in the whole part of the park, but it wasn't the case. You just simply cannot build in here on this map. But yeah, this is all when it comes to this episode, our last building episode of this series. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I really like you. I really hope you like this. I most certainly do. I think that it is one of the best enclosures in this park, probably. With all this backstage and this generic stuff, I think it looks phenomenal. And I am very modest right now. Okay, if you guys enjoyed it and if you cannot wait for the final tour, please remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, to not miss any future uploads from me. Ring the bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And of course, leave me a nice comment. Tell me what you think about this habitat and tell me if you are excited for this park to be finished. I cannot believe that we finally made it. If you like to support the channel a little bit extra, you can do it with the join button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!